So I think Anshu, you can start.
Yeah, so hello everyone. This is Raghvendra Anshu, and it is nice that you guys have taken your time to join the class. So in this webinar, I will be like taking you through the introduction to like data analytics. Like I will be taking you to I will be giving you the overview of all the points and all the important topics of data analytics, which we would be covering in this course. So first of all, thank you, Joshua, Kirima, Zinzore, Dan, and Paddy to like taking your time and joining the class. So yeah. So just can I have a uh, can everyone drop yes if all of you guys are excited to start the class? Just send a yes in the chat box. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we have Sensore Dennis. Okay. So this class will be like more of an interactive class. I want you guys to, take part in this class by sharing your views, sharing your suggestions, thoughts, etc. And I will also be taking you through some very important topics. Okay. So shall we begin?
Yes.
And you are all you are always free to unmute yourself and ask anything. Okay. Like if you want to say something, you are free to say that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Nice. So let's start the class. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So we are a company called Sevenett. Okay. And I'm going to introduce you to very important and very emerging technology, that is data analytics. So we are going to learn about data analytics for freshers and also for aspiring people who wants to get into this data analytics domain. Okay. But before we learn about data analytics, it is very important for all of you to know some of the basic things. Okay. So I want to ask all of you, what do you mean by data? Like, can any one of you just unmute yourself and tell me what is data according to you? What is the meaning of data? Can you tell me? Anyone? Please feel free to, unmute yourself and say something. What is data according to you? Kirima, Sinjore?
I could start by saying data is unprocessed information. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Data is unprocessed information. Okay. Anything else? Any other definition? No one? Okay. So now Kirima said that data is unprocessed information. So in a way you are right, but there is a broader way to look at it. Okay. So data is just it is not only unprocessed information. It can be anything or everything that is present in the universe. Okay. It can be unprocessed information, processed information, anonymous information, meaningful information, or non-meaningful information. Okay. So anything or everything in the universe can be considered as data. Okay. Being a meaningful or non-meaningful thing. Okay. Is that clear? Just tell me yes or no. Okay. Okay. Now, if anything or everything in this universe is data, then what is information? Like if everything is data, then what is information? You should have a clear understanding of what is data and what is information. Okay, so what do you mean by information then? Anyone? Dan, Lucy, Paddy, want to say something? I can see Joshua also here. Yeah. Anything you want to say about information? What do you mean by information?
That's okay. To me, I can say data is facts about something
Yeah.
or about anything. Now,
Okay.
those facts are, when they are processed, they become information.
Okay. Good, good, good. Very good. So, as Joshua said, data is fact. But see, one thing you should know, that information is meaningful data. Okay. Like you cannot consider a non-meaningful data as information. So compulsorily data is a meaningful, information is a meaningful data. For example, if I say your name is Joshua, so that sentence makes a meaning, isn't it? So we can consider that sentence as information. Okay. If I say your name is Joshua, that is information. But if I say name your Joshua is, so that is not making any sense. So that cannot be considered as information. I hope that is clear to all of you. So in other words, all meaningful data is information. Okay, so all information can be considered as data, but all data cannot be considered as information. It is as simple as this. Okay, just be clear with the topics. Okay, now what is data analytics? Let us see what is data analytics here. So data analytics is the set of techniques and tools used for transforming of raw data into meaningful and useful information for business analysis purpose. Okay. Now, how to understand what is data analytics? Okay. So if we take an example of, let's say, Walmart or Amazon, okay, they are working on lots of data. Okay. For example, so how many of you guys have purchased something from Amazon? Please say yes or no in the chat box. I can see Paddy pinging yes. Yeah, I can say Sinzore also. Yes. So have you ever noticed, just tell me yes or no, have you ever noticed that, let's say you want to buy some t-shirt and you are like scrolling the various type of t-shirt, and but you didn't made the purchase. Okay, and after some time, whenever you you open any other app, you will see a advertisement of that same kind of t-shirt popping out. Say yes or no. Have you seen these type of things? Yes, yes. Sinzori is saying yes. Yeah. So have you ever wondered why this happened? Okay, this, like, yeah, Joshua, you have also seen that now. So why this happened? Because companies like Amazon, Walmart, and other e-commerce companies, they like analyze the customers' data and the products data. They regularly analyze and work on those kind of data, and based on the customer behavior, based on the responses they get from the customer, they pop up the ads to their potential customers so that they can get conversions out of it. So this is a very powerful and a very useful tactics, or you can say it is a very powerful technique to acquire a large capital share and a good revenue. Okay. So what is data analytics? It is a set of techniques and tools used for transforming of raw data. Okay. So like what is raw data? Raw data means you can say unstructured or unclean data. Okay. The technique of analyzing the raw data to bring out some meaningful and useful information out of it, that is called data analytics. Okay. Now this process is not very simple, like it involves a lot of steps. Okay. So like you guys are going to like work as a data analyst in coming few months. So has any one of you ever tried to figure out what is the roles and responsibilities of a data analyst? Can anyone tell any few roles and responsibilities of data analyst? Just can you unmute yourself and tell me? Anyone? I would be happy to hear that. If you say something like what does a data analyst do in a day-to-day life?
I could say that a data analyst gathers this raw data, processes it, and uses
Yes.
different tools to give information that is easily interpreted by the teammates or the people who need the information. Yeah.
Right. In a way, you are right. So data analyst gathers the data and processes it and converts it into meaningful information and present it to their clients or senior managers so that they can take effective business decisions out of it, isn't it? But there is a lot more to it. Okay. So you need to go step by step. You need to go step by step to understand what the actual process of a data analyst is. Okay. So as you can see on my screen, first of all, the first step is to, understand the business requirement from the client. Okay. That many people don't know. Like that is the main and the most important thing. Like you will have your meeting with your clients and stakeholders, and in that meeting you will have to understand what does the client wants from you. Okay. Let's say they will tell you that, okay, I need to know why my revenue is declining as per the as compared to the last quarter or as compared to the last month. So you need to exactly understand what they want. Okay. So understanding the business requirement is the first and the most important step for data analytics, for a data analyst. Is that clear? Then the next step involves collecting the raw data from various sources, like from your company's database or from other sources. Like if the client will give you the raw data in your email, that is also another source, or if you have to collect it from other sources. So you need to collect it from you need to gather the raw data and assemble, or you need to combine them in a form of a flat file. Okay. You need to combine them in the form of Excel sheet, in the Excel sheet. Okay. So communicating with the client. Now the third step is to bring out the insights from that data. Sorry, the third step is to clean the raw data. Okay. Until or unless you clean or properly structure the raw data, you cannot work on it, isn't it? So can anyone tell me how to clean the raw data? Do anyone have any idea how to clean the raw data and structure the raw data? Anyone? Anyone? How do you clean the raw data? That is very, important task for a data analyst. I can see, yes, Sinjore, Dennis, you're telling eliminating incomplete data. In a way, it is yes, but you cannot, you cannot directly try to like eliminate the incomplete data. If possible, if you can fill it with the required information, that would be more efficient. Okay, so you can say that eliminate cleaning the raw data includes steps like eliminating the erroneous data from the sheet. Okay, you can eliminate the erroneous data from the sheet. Yes, Paddy, I understand you don't know, but no issues. You just listen and be comfortable. Okay, not an issue. So yeah, so eliminating erroneous data from the sheet, eliminating duplicate values from the sheet, and eliminating unnecessary blank spaces from the sheet. So these things involves data cleaning process. Okay, and also you can also restructure the data because it might not be structured. So you can restructure it, means you can change the arrangement of the data so that like it will be easy for you to understand it. Okay, so these steps are in like comprises the data cleaning process. Okay, now after the data is cleaned, the next step is to import the clean data to SQL tools like MySQL server or Oracle SQL or SQL Workbench. Okay, so you need to import the clean data into SQL tools. Okay, where you need to write SQL queries to extract the relevant insights as per the requirement which was given to you by your client. Okay, so you need to write some SQL queries to extract some relevant and important insights from that. So after you have extracted the insight, now you cannot present the insight directly to the client in the form of rows or columns or in the form of spreadsheet. That is not the way to present the data. You need to visualize the data in the with the help of data visualization tools. Like, can anyone name some data visualization tools? Let me see how have you do you have any knowledge of some visualization tools or not? Do you know any names of any one visualization tools? Yes.
Graphs.
Tableau. Yes, Tableau. Correct. So you can visualize. Yes, Power BI is also another data visualization tools. So the insights which you have extracted with the help of SQL queries, you need to visualize it in the form of graphs and charts with the help of data visualization tools like Tableau and Power BI. After you have made after you have made the dashboards and visualization, then only you can share that visualization with your clients or senior managers. Okay, is that clear? So in a nutshell, this is the entire process of a data analyst. Okay, communicating with clients, extracting the data from various sources, then importing the data into SQL server and writing SQL queries for extracting relevant insights, and then loading the data into data visualization tools like Tableau or Power BI to make a good and visually appealing dashboards. Okay, just tell me yes or no if you have understood whatever I have tried to explain you till now. Just tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and for all of you, I hope it's clear. Let's move ahead then. Okay. Now, so once you like master some of the tools, like once you have a good command over some of the tools like SQL, Excel, Tableau, R, Python, then like you will be very job ready, and you will be like you can get hired in any sector or in any company as a data analyst. So as you can see in your screen, now these are some of the positions or titles which you can get after being hired uh, on the basis of SQL, Excel, Tableau, or Power BI. So if you have learned these tools, you can get hired as any one of these profiles like data analyst, data engineer, business analyst, business analytics, okay, marketing data analyst, customer data analyst, etc. So there are lots of profiles, there are a lot of designation which you can get. Okay, now I'm just giving you a brief. Like let's say you are a marketing data analyst. Okay, so the work which you will be doing as a marketing data analyst, the approach of analyzing the data will be similar to any data analyst of this entire IT culture. Okay, whether you are a sales data analyst, whether you are a marketing data analyst, you need to work on data itself. Okay, if sales data analyst will work on sales data, marketing data analyst will work on marketing data. The process which you will need to follow is the same. Like you need to understand the requirement, you need to import the data into SQL server. Okay, need to write SQL queries for extracting the insights, and you need to build the visualization. The process will be the same, only the type of data on which you are working will be different. Okay, is that clear? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. It's nice that you guys are responding, and I want this kind of culture only. Like I want people to be interactive and be suggestive. Okay, now let us see the various kind of sectors where we can see data analysts. So like we can see we have a demand of data analysts in all the sectors in today's world, not only IT sector or software sector, but you say like hotel industry, pharma industry, banking industry. Okay, you name any sector and you will find a data analyst over there. Okay, be it like let's say even if you're talking about let's say KFCs or Burger King or Pizza Hut, if I talk about their corporate companies, they also have a team of data analysts to analyze the consumer's behavior. Like for example, then they can make out that which region the which like from which region the customer are more like inclining towards what type of products of their company. So if they have this kind of data, what do you think, how can it help them? Can anyone tell? Like if they have very like crucial data that like their consumer behaviors data, or their like the effectiveness of their sales data, so how can it improve their sales? Can anyone tell? Okay, let me tell you. So if they have the data of all their consumer behavior, like they know that from which part of the country the people are more likely to purchase their products, they can, yeah, you're very correct, Dennis, that they can more focus on customer satisfaction, which indirectly would result in boosting their revenue. Okay, and the second most important thing is they can focus on precise marketing. Okay, instead of running promotional offers to all and each and every region or to each and every customers, they can focus on target sales, or they can focus on target marketing, where they need to means they can spend the marketing cost to the targeted region, so that they're they don't have to spend much on marketing to every region. So this will save a lot of money for any business. Okay, so let's say if you don't have any data, then you need to focus on the entire market. Like you need to market your products to the entire country. But let's say if you have a detailed analysis of your consumers behavior and the products behavior, then you can focus on the areas where the people are not buying the things. So you can customize your product and then say sell over there, or you can run some promotional campaigns or marketing campaigns, so that people start liking your products more. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah, just
Yes.
a second, let me plug in my charger. Yeah. Okay, so okay, let me show you.
I have a question.
Yes, please ask.
Yeah, just before the slides that you just that's up there. Can you
The
please
first, this slide.
No, there's one here. So you say
Yeah.
that according to this graph or pictorial representation in this pie chart, so you say
Yeah.
30% of all the jobs that needs data analyst, they are in manufacturing industry.
Yes. So in each and every it's as per the graph, it is showing that yes, manufacturing industry also have data analyst.
And
Like,
so it takes the 30%. That's what I'm seeing right here.
yeah, because see, like if we talk about like any country, like most of the GDP is contributed from the manufacturing industry plays a very important role in contributing towards the GDP. So like in manufacturing industry also, there are a lot of things in which data analyst is involved, like inventory management. Okay, you need to look at the your inventory, that like which type of products are getting demanded by the industry more. So you need to keep a track record of that, and you need to analyze it. Like you need to focus on the quality also, that you need to do a quality analysis also. Like if for example, in manufacturing industry, you can say if you have a steel industry, or if you have a coke industry, so you need to focus on the quality of the products which you are manufacturing. Is it meeting the industry requirement or not? If it is not, then you need to modify, or if you need to change the quality of the product. If it is okay, if it is acceptable with the industry, then you need to focus on expanding the market share. So that thing you can only do when you analyze your sales, when you analyze your products. Okay, so for that data,
that demystifies the fact that data analysts are not only employable in tech world, because what I would expecting is that technology will take the highest chunk of jobs which are available, but look like it's demystify the fact that tech or data analyst can only work mostly in tech industry or tech sector.
No, it is not true. Say if you're thinking that data analysts are only involved in tech or IT industry, that is not true. You can like after the class, you can just research and see. Like if you talk about any industry, you'd say any industry, there are a lot of data analysts there. Like even in sports, have you heard about sports analyst? Anyone?
Yes.
Yes. So in sports also there are sports analysts, that is a data analyst only. Like they analyze the performance of the team, and they make their analysis. They, with the help of their analysis, the match the selection team, they choose right players for their team. Whether you are watching a football match, like they analyze each and every team member's performance. According to that, they calculate various types of stats and calculation, and then they've come to a conclusion that, okay, these are my playing 11 for today. Okay, so this is very, like, high demanding skill, I would say. Okay.
So I just
Yes.
went back to the same question. So would you specify areas in manufacturing sector or industry where data analysts are mostly employed? Like, what are these areas in which they are that makes it have highest percentage in this graphical representation? Would you tell exactly what they do that makes manufacturing take the highest percentage?
Okay, so if I talk about manufacturing industry, the areas in which data analysts are there, are like some of the areas like quality analysis. Like you need to see the quality of the products. The second thing is inventory management. Okay, the third thing is like when you are producing the materials or producing your products, you need to make sure that you don't produce extra product. Like if the demand is X, you can produce 1.5x, but you cannot produce 5x amount of product, so that like we don't want the product to be left in the inventory, and it should be it is not sold, or it gets wasted. So it's very important to analyze the consumer behavior, the demand in the market, and as per the demand you need to supply the give the appropriate supply of the products. So these things can only be done if you have knowledge of data analysis. Okay, and like if production manufacturing also comes with agriculture industry, where like you need to manufacture pesticides, or manures and all. So in that also you need to keep a track record of the demand and supply. So that's why in manufacturing industry also data analysts have a vital role. I hope I'm clear. Okay.
This makes very clear, so that the future data analyst, the aspiring data analyst, can know where they will fall into in terms of the sector. So they will know that there would be high chance that they will fall into manufacturing, then financial services. And this is very clear. I think we see from manufacturing we go to technology and services, and then the pharmacy and healthcare, then down to the GPO. This is very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So, yeah, so the process which I just explained you, from like, understanding the business requirement to visualizing the data, the entire process has a specific term to it. Okay. Okay. That is called ETL process. Okay. So, does anyone know what is ETL? What is the full form of ETL? Anyone know? Like, do you know anything about ETL? Please tell. Let me see if you know about ETL or not. Yes, I have a chat. Yeah, 7. Tell me.
Say that maybe I can chip in and say, you mean ETL, right? Extract, transform, load.
Yeah, correct. So extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, so this is the same process which a data analyst does. As I've told you, extraction means like when you import the data into SQL tools, there you write SQL queries to extract some relevant insights, isn't it? So that particular process comes under extraction. Okay. Transformation means, when you clean the raw data and when you extract the raw data from SQL, actually when the bulk data gets converted into small chunks of relevant data. So it gets transformed. Let's say the earlier raw data was having 50 columns and 10 rows. After you have extracted the relevant insights from there, it gets transformed into 5 columns and 3 rows. So the size of the data gets reduced to smaller pieces. So that becomes the part of transformation process. Okay. Now loading means once you have extracted the relevant insight, you need to load it into visualization tools for making visually appealing dashboards. So that is called loading. Okay. So this is what ETL process is: extraction, transformation, and loading. Is that clear? You should have a clear idea about that. Okay. Any questions in the ETL process? Any doubts you have? Anyone? No doubts? Okay. Okay. So let me tell you about, I was talking about SQL, Excel, Tableau and all. So I'm just taking you through a brief about SQL, Excel and Tableau. Okay. I hope you can see my screen now. So, okay. Anyone can tell what is the full form of SQL? Anyone? Because the most important tool in data analytics is SQL. Like you need to visualize, you need to write proper SQL queries to extract the relevant insights. So what is the full form of SQL? It is actually written here as well. Okay, that is structured query language. Okay, so if anyone is thinking that SQL is a very complex language, or it involves lots of formatting, like lots of complex things, then you are wrong. SQL is as simple as the English language in which we communicate with each other. Okay, like as we are speaking with the help of English statements, SQL also involves English queries, like in the form of simple sentences. So it's very simple, and it doesn't involve any programming language concept. Like much of the programming language concept is not used. It just involves simple English language concepts. Okay, and SQL is used for managing data, or like managing the database. Like you can play with the database. What is database? Can anyone tell me what is database? You might have heard a lot of times, like Amazon's database, Walmart database. Okay, so what anyone please tell me what is database? No one? Don't. Yeah, please.
Is a collection of data which are related and arranged together and put in a structured way.
Yes, in a way you are correct. So, and I can also see one response from Joshua: organized collection of structured information or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system. Yes, you are correct. So in a way, like database is a storage object or a storage container where you can store any amount of data in a structured format. Remember one thing, in database we store the data in structured format. Okay, so database is a storage object or a storage container where we can store the data in structured format. Now what do you mean by structured format? What do you mean by structured format of data? Anyone? Okay, structured format means in the form of rows and columns. Okay. If you store the data in the form of rows and columns, that is called structured data. Okay. Now data, so you might have heard a lot of things about database, no? Like company's database. You have a lot of data in your company's database, your products database, consumer database. Okay. So database is nothing but collection of huge amount of data. Is that clear? So with the help of SQL, we can play with the data, like whatever things you want to extract, whatever insights, whatever information you want from the entire database, you can just write a simple English query in SQL, and then you can get whatever conclusion you want. Okay. But in order to do that, you need to have a sound knowledge of writing SQL complex queries. So we will be learning SQL in details in our coming classes. And then after SQL is done, we will proceed with Excel. Okay. Now, Excel in itself is a very vast tool. It is a business analytics tool. Okay. So how many of you guys have used Excel previously? I hope most of you guys have used, na? So just ping me yes or no if you have used Excel in your like previous work, or like do you have any knowledge or not in Excel? Yes, Sevenett has used. Yeah. Kirubi, yes, you have used. Yes. Okay. Sinzore is asking what is the difference between SQL and MySQL? Very interesting question. Very good question. So SQL is a query. It is a language. It is a language. SQL is a language. As SQL stands for structured query language. Okay. MySQL is an application. Okay. MySQL is an application where you can write SQL queries to extract data. So I hope you understood. Now, SQL is a language. MySQL is a application or a platform where you write SQL queries. Okay. Sinzore, am I clear? Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about Excel. So in data analytics, we use Excel mainly for data cleaning purpose. Okay. And for structuring the data. And if the amount of data is less, we can visualize the data in Excel also, but we can visualize the data in Excel only when we are working on lesser amount of data. Okay. Because Excel has a limitation of like in one Excel sheet, at maximum you can store 10,48,612 rows. Okay. If you have a data which is greater than 10 lakh, then you can't use Excel. So when you are working with data who has less than 10 lakh rows, then we can use Excel. If it has more than 10 lakh rows, then we can go with Tableau or Power BI. Is that clear? Tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, great. So in Excel also we have like lots of formulas and lots of functions which we will be studying in our course, and like we will be learning how to create, how to like use VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, pivot tables, pivot charts, and how to summarize the data and how to build effective dashboards in Excel. Okay. After we are done with Excel, we will move on to one of the most important data visualization tool, that is Tableau. Okay. So Tableau is a very, fast and easy to use data visualization tool. Okay. We will study each and every type of dashboard which we can prepare in Tableau. Okay. And as a data analyst, visualizing the data is a very important skill. Okay. You cannot call yourself a data analyst if you are not able to visualize the data very structured, in a structured manner. Okay. You should have a very good sense of visualizing the data. So you need to learn Tableau for that. Okay, until or unless you express the insights in the form of visually appealing dashboards, it will be of no use. So Tableau, like Tableau visualization or Tableau dashboard is very important. Okay, so in Tableau, we will learn all the various kinds of dashboards which we have, how to create them, and how to analyze the data with the help of dashboards. Okay, is that clear? Any doubts so far? Any questions? Any questions from any topics? Anything?
Sure. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. So in your own opinion, I know you mentioned, introduced about 3 tools that are used for data analysis, from SQL or SQL to Excel to Tableau, right? So in your own opinion, what do you think will be the most appropriate tool for someone who wants to start doing data analysis?
So in my opinion, if you are starting to learn data analytics, the most appropriate tool would be, first you need to learn SQL. That is the mandatory thing. First is SQL, and then you can go with some data visualization tools, like you can go with Tableau, Power BI, or if you want, you can also visualize the data using Python. We have a library in Python called matplotlib.
Yeah.
In that also you can visualize the data. Okay.
So why do you say a SQL as your first tool that you recommend for a data analysis?
Yeah, because in SQL we can clean the data as well, which we can do in Excel. So in SQL also we can clean the data using SQL queries. We can extract lots of important insights, which will be very time-taking process in Excel and in any other tool. And in SQL also we can join lots of tables, like lots of like data into one data set, and then again we can extract lot of information, and we can find out the accurate conclusions from the data. So that's why SQL is a very important tool for any data analyst. Okay.
I think there's a question somebody asked about, they have heard of Strata.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
I have heard of tools like Strata and MATLAB. Are they similar to visualization tools you mentioned? Strata and MATLAB is like for data analyst, Strata and MATLAB is not most prominent tools. We usually use Tableau and Power BI only for visualizing. Okay, we generally don't use Strata and MATLAB for data analysis purpose for specific. Okay, Dennis. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Kamai has said that I came in late. I'm floating like a boat on a sea. Okay. So Kamai, are you able to see the shore or not? Just tell me. Are you still floating? Okay, I think he's not able to answer. Yeah, I have got. Yes, I'm following that. So that's the thing I want. Yeah. You're going with the flow. You're going with the flow. That's a very good thing. You should be, it is not only about data analytics. It is about if you're learning any new thing, you should be you should have a learning mindset, and you should be be focused on the each and every thing step by step. Okay, if you make small goals and execute it, it will be easy for you to reach the bigger goal. Okay, this is not only for data analytics, this is in general for all the things. Okay. Is this class going to be repeated? Kindly maybe if you want, I can repeat it any time further. But I hope, like, I have tried to explain a lot of things here. If you have paid like a little bit under attention, then I hope it is very clear to all of you. Yeah. Hope the recording will be shared for future references. I think like maybe yes, you will get the recording, but I'm not sure. Okay. Okay.
Just to
Now,
answer them, just to answer them, and show is that all the recording will be shared. So that I'm even,
yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm sharing the information, so you can always reach us on that contact, and I'll be able to share them with you. Unless if you're a student, then definitely, if you're already currently a student, yes, good. If you're not, then you have to send us your number, or you contact us on the numbers we have there, then you can be able to share with you.
Yeah. So as like, yeah, as you have already known that you will get the recordings, complete recording shared with you. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. Okay. So, okay, let's start the Q&A session. Any questions, any doubts, any suggestions, please feel free to ask. And for if you want to know more information, you can directly contact the number which is given in the chat box. And also you can visit this website, www.sevenett.net. Okay, like all the information are given over there. Okay, so like my part in this course will be to take you through the introduction to data analytics course. Okay, so I will be covering the SQL, Excel, and Tableau from the basics to advanced level. Okay, I'll be covering each and every important topics of SQL, Excel, Tableau, along with the real-time application and practical application, everything. I will be giving you real-time problem solving questions, and I will be also giving you projects to complete on the basis of SQL, Excel, and Tableau. So we'll start with SQL, then we'll move with Excel, and then we'll move with Tableau. Okay. And going forward, you will also get other courses, the details of which will be shared to you, or you can also check the details on our website, that is www.sevenett.com. Okay. Okay, let's see some of the questions. Okay, what is the difference between data science and data analytics? Which one precedes other? Okay, so data analytics precedes data science. So in data analytics, you need to have a clear idea on SQL, Excel, and Tableau, and how to analyze the data, how to visualize the data. And in data scientist roles, you need to have a good command along with the data analytics tools, that is SQL, Excel, and Tableau. You also need to have a good command on Python and machine learning, where you should learn how to build data models. Okay, so that involves in data science. Okay, so data analytics precedes data science. Is that clear? How long does it take to master SQL? Yeah, that completely depends on person to person, but for the entire SQL syllabus to complete properly, it will take 3 weeks to 4 weeks. If the classes are held 4 days a week, it will take 3 to 4 weeks. But maximum 3 weeks, mostly 3 weeks, it will be completed properly. Clear? Okay. Okay. So I hope I have answered almost all the questions and all the doubts you have, or if any, will take 2 more minutes. If you have any doubts, any questions, any suggestions, any feedbacks you want to give, please feel free to tell. Anyone? Okay. Fine. So I think we can wrap up the session now, and it was very nice and very supportive of all of you to join the session and interact in such a manner. So thanks all of you to join the session. And yes, please, we'll be in after. I hope to see you in the course after this session, and I'm very excited to take you through all the topics of SQL, Excel, and Tableau. The pay grade of data analyst is kind of high. Where is the complexity that makes the rate that high? Okay, very nice question. So I hope if you have, let me make this very clear. See, as a data analyst, what you do is that you boost a business. Okay, you contribute your skills for uplifting a business. Okay, so it's a very important or very responsible role in any business. Okay, if you only imagine, if you have a skill with the help of which you can tell your business owners that if you do these kind of things, your business will uplift. So if you have that skill, obviously you will be paid very high. Okay, and data analysts demand is very high right now, and the demand is going to be at the same height for the next 10 to 15 years for sure. So demand is high, supply is not that much, so that's why the salary of any data analyst is very high. Is that clear, Dennis? Okay, for further, if you're talking about payment options and other things, you can contact to the number given in the chat box. Okay, or like some people from this some people will contact you, or you can contact the chat box, or the I think the information will be given to you for sure. Okay. Okay, share any available notes because the sound was not very stable. Okay, sure, I'll share the notes, not an issue. You will get the notes by the end of the session. Okay. And at what level can the skill set be modest to venture into consultancy? Can you just elaborate your question, Dennis? Unmute yourself if possible.
Oh yeah, so yeah. As being a data analyst, it's more of being employed by a firm or something. So can you transform it to be you'd start doing consultancy with firms instead of having to be employed?
Yes, definitely. So yes, definitely. So it is not only for taking a job. If you want to start your own business, if you want to start your own consultancy, then also, yeah, this tool is very vital. Like let's say going 2 years down the line, if you see yourself as running your own consultancy, running your own company, where give training to others, or where you take projects from other businesses for making their dashboards, for analyzing the data, definitely you can get into this. There is no doubt about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think I have answered a lot of questions, and almost all questions. So finally, let's wrap up the session, and thank you guys for
thank you so much
for joining and being so collaborative and supportive.
Thank you so much, so much, Anshu, and thank you everyone for joining. I know some of the things, the question that you talked about, the sectors where people want to know what do they do, what's the direction after training. You mentioned the sectors where they're likely to land their business. You put a very important information that data analytics or being data scientist or analyst,
Right.
is a good career field to venture now. And you mentioned that it's not just now, in the next 10 to 15 years. So it means, for the next 15 years, this is going to be the number one in demand, job. So it means that, you are at the right place. And I'm glad that you also mentioned the difference between data science and data scientist. Data scientist and analyst. And if you guys be able to look at what we offer on our website, or the information that we will share with you, is that our course is divided into two. The first one being the entry level, which is get towards you becoming data analyst, and the second one being the data scientist. And I've introduced this even in my class, and I've always told them that the trajectory for growth, you may start as a data analyst, then you go to being senior data analyst or data engineer, data scientist. Then you may go to data director, until you grow to other levels. Now, what makes the difference is that how you're going to master. Somebody asked about how long it takes. No, it's relative. Depending on how fast you want to learn, how dedicated you are. So it may take average what you take about 3 months, 3 weeks, but this will largely depend on the person. So for more information about our training, we have a class starting, going on, which is August class, which is starting. And we are asking anyone who may want to be interested in joining our class so that you get to understand what Anshu was giving you was overview, just a tip of the iceberg. There are a lot more into what you need to learn. So the question is, are you ready now to do use Excel to do the analysis? Are you ready to do Power BI as a tool? Are you ready to learn more about SQL or SQL? He's talked about other tools as well. MATLAB, somebody mentioned about MATLAB. In my introduction to data analysis, I teach students, how to, all these tools and how different they are. So Stratas and MATLAB, yes, their tools, they might not be the most, used tool, like Anshu said, but, you need to know them. So in this class, training, we're going to learn about them so that you understand what they are beyond just, the name. So you can always join us. Any question you want, you have our phone numbers are always there. You can visit our website. We have email there. You can always reach out to us and you get your answers, your question answered. So we still have some few minutes. Shu is still here. Anyone who may want, ask me another question, can any question that you feel you want to be addressed, you want that question addressed, you can we still have like about 2 minutes before we wind up. So you are free to do so. Anyone with another extra question that they feel the need that needs to be addressed? Anyone? So may I have a question for you? And you can say yes, you can talk if you want. So have you learned something? It's been like a one hour session. I know sometimes.
Yes, feel free to ask anything.
Okay, go ahead. Anyone was talking? Okay, so I was saying that it's been over 1 hour, and sometimes I would hear, or I would see the problem with the technology where Anshu is far away from us, and I know we are look at different places. So let's see if somebody has a question. Somebody has a question here. How much does it cost for this training? Will issue certificate after the training? Yes, let me start with issuing a certificate. Yes, so the certificate is there. We have a certificate of completion, and then we have about 9 certification that we recommend to you as a student. So depending on what you want, so each tool is developed by different people. So for example, Power BI and Excel, these are products of Microsoft. So there are people who can can offer the certifications and Microsoft people. So you just need to sit exam. We guide you through that process of sitting for the exam. So each tool, like Power BI, Power BI in Excel, we have Tableau, which is from Salesforce. We have other tools. Each tool has their own way, of sitting for their certification. So these are 9 certification we recommend. So yes, the certification that we're going to give you, but again, we got industry certification. If you want to be a board member, a member of maybe certified, data analyst, professional, you can sit for those exams. So yes, about 9 recommendations. They are always there on our website. You can check that. Somebody about the cost. So yeah, so the cost for the first one is $5,000 US. if you're based here, we are trying to see if you're based in Africa, we are trying to see if you can have our different, package altogether. That information will be shared to you very soon. But it's 5,000 to do the first course, and then 3,000 to do the second course, being data scientist. Yeah. So what, Francis, Wandera, he says that I'm in a place, you can share you send us a message on that number, and then I'll be able to share with you the recording. So share your contact on the phone number that we provided. And Shu is able, I think the phone number is still there. It's +1 425 766 443. To take that number, WhatsApp, and then we're able to share the recording with you. Anyone with the last question or a concern? And had asked you guys in your own way. Shu has been here, and see we have over 20 people here. Can somebody, have you learned something? Is that something that you've learned that you say that, when the last 1 hour you didn't know, now you already know it? For me, I didn't know. I never, I knew, people would go to different sectors, but I didn't know that the manufacturing takes the highest chunk of percentage of people who are required to join the workforce as data analyst. So have you learned anything? Could I get a yes or no? Yeah, I'm seeing Dennis.
Yes.
Okay, that's yeah. Christina's, I see. Yeah. So yeah. So yes. So if you want more of this, please join the class. I came from a bit late, but I learned a lot. Thank you, Fuller Sami. As a new member, manufacturer. Okay, good. Yeah, so what I can see, yes. So there's something we've learned. So imagine if 1 hour that Anshu has been here with you, we've been able to learn. So if you join the program, then you in about 5 months. Somebody asked, how long does it take? So I've just said the first one takes 5 months. Being data analyst, being studying the first one, being data analyst, it takes you 5 months. And then you come back, you to become a data scientist that involve programming, Python, machine learning, big data analytics, AI, machine learning, AI, and big data analytics. So we have Python and R as our programming languages. Then that will take you another 3 months. So, and I've said, Wandera, I think maybe we are in a noisy place like you're saying. I said that there's a class going on now, which is August starting, we started the class, we did introduction. And what do you call it, orientation last week. So classes are going on for the August intake. So the next one will happen after 3 months. So that will be communicated in when it's due. So is the institution working with the firms that direct placement of graduates? Yeah, so we are doing networking. I think this information we need to share it, but not now. But again, what's important, we are trying to, there's, in the last 5 months, the last month, we are working more of networking, prospecting, working on your resume, working with you in terms of job placement. Yeah, so we are working with you in the last 5 months to ensure that, you get somewhere. But again, that will depend wholly on, if you're able to master the skill. So, like I would say, people would love to have you join them. Remember this job, we said it's available. People would love to have you join them. But the question is, will you be able to have enough skills? So that's what I'm saying. It only depends on how dedicated you are in learning this skill. So when you get to the market job, because you have to face the interview anyway, you have to prove that you are worthy of that job. I hope I've answered the question. Any question? I think we're about to finish in just 1 minute. Any other question or any concern? I believe you have learned something. Please get in touch for more information about our training. Anshu,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us. So you guys are, when in class, you're going to see more of Anshu. Anshu is officially joining us. We in our class, and we are going to see more of Anshu's in the next class. So Anshu, we'll talk with him, and be expecting Anshu to train us in 1 or 2 units in the next coming months. So do I need to pursue other courses, or this course is sufficient? So it depends. Like, he talked about if you're in marketing, you become marketing analyst, right? So if you already have a career path that you are pursuing, you can use this to complement. but you can also pursue this at own independent, course. Like because you can be data analyst without being without being trained in other areas. But you can be a marketer, but you are becoming marketing analyst courtesy of this course. Okay. And sure, I think unless there's some, you have one more last word you want to say, we can end the session.
Yeah, no, thanks, Oma, and thanks everyone. I think it was very nice talking to you guys and taking your feedbacks also.